Now this went on for about 4 years, since from 17 to about 5 years actually, 5 years, and 4 years marriage. And what I did, because I want to get out how I left, what I did was I planned, and I had to tell someone, because no man is an island. You have to seek help. I couldn't have done it by myself. I told a co-worker of mine, and I told a couple of our church brethren, and I told them about it, and they couldn't believe it. They, you know, they would more likely think I was the aggressor more so than he was, because, you know, I was a little bit more aggressive. You know, the way I spoke, I was aggressive. You know, my gestures and stuff like that was, you know, more off-putting. And he was charming, he was funny, you know, so people wouldn't think that he would do something like that. Yeah, and what I did was I planned. And before I even state that, the reason why what hit me to leave wasn't necessarily the beatings. It wasn't that, or the arguments, or nothing like that. It's when I started planning in my head, or daydreaming in my head, you know, of how I could get rid of this man, like, so he would leave me alone. Sometimes I would imagine that he would get run over by a truck or a trailer or something, and I would smile, and then it hit me, I can't do that. I couldn't do that. I would kill my mother, first of all. My mother would just, to see me going to prison or getting killed because of that or whatever, you know. So I thought about that, and that's when I decided I have to leave, because I'm gonna be the one stuck in prison, you know, for trying to hurt this man, for things that he has been doing to me for years. And I never called the cops. There's no evidence, there's no proof except for what people had seen. Anyway, I planned that I would go back to Jamaica. I would leave, run away, go back to Jamaica, because that's the only place that he would think that I was, because he knew where my sisters lived, he knew where our friends, because we shared friends, where they lived. So he would go and he'd probably check and whatever. So I left November 23rd, 2003. Yeah, and I never looked back. He's seen me since, yes. Once he hit me after that too. We went to church, and we all, you know, I'm 78 Adventist, so I'm not practicing right now. So we would all go to a friend's house, and we'll eat, and then we go back to church until sunset. And we were at one friend's house, and he said, I want to talk to you, you know, alone. I was like, fine, no problem, go ahead. And he's like, you know, we want to get back together, blah, blah, blah. And this was after I came back, about a month or two after I came back. And I was like, no, I don't want you. You know, pretty much I was saying it just like that. I don't want you. And he got so enraged. He got up, he grabbed me by the neck, and he almost threw me through the window. I couldn't believe it. And if I didn't scream out, they wouldn't, my friends, our friends, wouldn't have known. Like, they never actually saw him putting his hands on me. So when I screamed out and they all came in, they had to get him off of me. He was trying to push me through the window, and if there was no one there, he would have killed me. And that's what you have to think about. It's your life. It's life and death. Don't think when a guy hits you that it's going to be that one time. The first time a man put his hands on you, I don't care who you are, I don't care who he is, he's going to do it again. Because if you forgive him, that means he got away with it. I don't care. Cheating, I'm not going to say once a cheater, always a cheater or whatever, but that's something I may be able to deal with. But I told my husband when I first met him, the only thing I would leave you for in a minute, I don't care if you got kids, nothing, nada, is if you ever put your hands on me. And that's it. That's it. Once they do this, start running. Run, 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 run for your life, because that's exactly what you'll be doing. You'll be running for your life. I mean, I'm lucky, I'm blessed to be alive, because a lot of women are not alive. A lot of women are in jail because they defended themselves from an abuser, and they're the ones sitting in jail. Sometimes the abuser is still out. So don't let that happen to you. Don't become a victim. I don't even want you to become a survivor of domestic violence. I don't want it to begin in the first place. But if it has, then you have to run. You have to leave. You have to tell someone. You must tell someone. tell someone. I don't care if it's a police, but make sure you plan before you leave. He didn't even know I was leaving when I left. He went to work. He thought I was going to work. I was taking that plane out. I missed my flight, and I paid that 200 and change just to change my flight. I didn't have any money, but I forked out that money and I gave it to them, and I changed my flight because I was not going to stay in New York. And I stayed in Jamaica for 3 months. And when I came back, I was missing him. You're going to go through that because this is a person you've been with for how many years or whatever. So you're going to miss that. You're going to miss that habit of being. It's not love, it's a habit, and it's a very bad one. And this is something that I'm still dealing with. It's still hard, you know. I still get stressed out about it when I see certain things on the TV. It triggers those emotions. It triggers that feeling. And I used to have bad dreams. I mean, I've come a long way to be talking about this and to not have those dreams anymore. But I used to have terrible, horrible dreams about me getting killed or me killing him. But it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't just go away. I mean, I guarantee you, it probably will eventually go away. But it's not always easy to leave. When you do leave, it's not easy to stay gone, because I left before. I left 3 times before and I came back. I mean, I don't know how often they say you leave. It's probably 7 to 10 times. But please, 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 just know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, don't just think that you're stuck in this and it's you alone. Speak to someone, seek some help, you know, go out and get some help after the fact. I haven't gotten counseling or anything, and I think I still need counseling and stuff like that, but you know, seek some help after you leave. Get more help after you leave, because it's an emotional weight to carry. It weighs you down. I mean, especially the next person that you're going to be in a relationship with. You're bringing that baggage in. I mean, that person might not be able to handle it. So seek some help after you have run in someone's office and seek some help. You know, go to someone from the church, but go to someone who specializes in dealing with these situations, because it's not an easy thing to deal with. It's not an easy thing to deal with after the fact, even after you have left. So you always want to speak with someone. And this is the last thing I'm going to say is run for your life.